Hello, today I'll be talking about Slowpoke, the first water psychic type Pokemon. Its previous PYC dates are May 15th, 1996, March 6th, 1999, December 25th, 2001, October 15th, 2004, August 6th, 2007, May 27th, 2010, March 17th, 2013, January 6th, 2016, October 27th, 2018, and August 17th, 2021. I most remember Slowpoke from an early episode of the anime where Ash and his friends go to a Pokemon researcher, and there's a Slowpoke outside of his lab who hangs out by a rock until a shelter bites on his tail and evolves into a Slowbro. I like Slowpoke's design. It's unique but conveys what it is. I'm not a huge fan of Galarian Slowpoke's design, as I think it's a little lazy just to add yellow to Slowpoke's head and tail. Let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello, and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Slowpoke, the dopey Pokemon, whose number is 0079. This is Slowpoke. This is what it looks like. This is Galarian Slowpoke. This is what it looks like. Types as non-Galarian Slowpoke is Water Psychic, and just Psychic as Galarian Slowpoke. So it being Water Psychic, you can see the water inside and Psychic outside. Its abilities:
as non-Galarian Slowpoke, it's Oblivious or Own Tempo.
And Gluttony or Own Tempo as Galarian Slowpoke. And its hidden ability, regardless, is Regenerator. Gender ratio is 50-50, catch rate is 190 or 35.2%. Breeding, a group's monster and water 1, hatch time 20 cycles. Height is 3'11" and 1.2 meters, and weight is 79.4 pounds or 36 kilograms. Base experience yield is 99, the first 4 gens, and 63 and 5+. Leveling rate is medium fast, EV yield is 1, in HP. Shape is that, footprint is that. Pokédex color is pink, base friendship is 70. Slowpoke is a dual-type water-psychic Pokemon introduced in Gen 1. It evolves into Slowbro, starting at level 37, or Slowking when traded while holding a King's Rock. In Galar, Slowpoke has a pure psychic-type regional form introduced in Pokemon Sword and Shield's 1.1 patch. It evolves into either Galarian Slowbro when exposed to a Galarica Cuff or Galarian Slowking when exposed to a Galarica Wreath. The Slowpoke can also be found in Blueberry Academy's Terrarium. Biology: Slowpoke is a pink Pokemon that resembles a cross between a salamander and a hippopotamus. It has vacant eyes that never seem focused, curled ears, and a rounded tan muzzle. It has 4 legs, each of which ends in a single white claw. Its long, tapering tail has a white tip. Its tail drips a sweet, sappy substance that is attractive to many species of fish. Slowpoke uses the tail as a fishing lure. The tail often breaks off, but it will grow back. Slowpoke tails are considered a delicacy and commonly used as a cooking ingredient. In Alola, they are often dried and used in home-cooked stews, while in Galar, they are smoked and packed as a curry ingredient. Slowpoke is also known to dive underwater to hunt, but is often itself caught instead. Slowpoke has a notoriously dim intellect and often forgets what it was doing. It takes a long time to respond to outside stimuli. For example, it can take up to 5 seconds to process pain and can take an entire day to notice when its tail has been bitten. Slowpoke is commonly found at the water's edge. In some places, it is believed that Slowpoke's yawn causes rain. This Pokemon is worshipped in those areas. Its vacant expression is said to help some people relax, whilst causing irritation to others. It is posited that those who lead hectic lives are most likely to become relaxed. As mentioned in Pokemon Sleep, researchers have debated if Slowpoke is either awake or asleep while it stands around doing nothing. Form: Slowpoke has a regional form, Galarian Slowpoke. Galarian Slowpoke's body is a slightly different shade of pink, and it has gained yellow coloration on its forehead and tail. This tail is always down and is said to have a spicy taste. Galarian Slowpoke's diet consists of eating spices. Much like its Cantonian counterpart, Galarian Slowpoke is known to relax on seashores and riverbanks without a care in the world. However, sometimes it will get a very sharp look in its eyes, as if it's about to think of something tremendous, although it will quickly forget and return to its normal expression afterward. It is believed that this behavior, along with the spicy taste of its tail, is a result of Galarica particles built up from its diet of native Galarica seeds, affecting its brain and body. This diet also affects Slowpoke's 2 different evolutions, including the shelter that attaches to it, which is introduced by either Galarica Cuff or the Galarica Wreath.
To the scent of the spice emanating from its tail.
The Galarian Slowpoke often has difficulties while fishing. They can also be found in the coastal biome of Blueberry Academy's Terrarium, where Galar's regional life is simulated. What? They've got both of them? That's fascinating. Evolution Slowpoke evolves into either Slowbro or Slowking. So you can see that here. Slowpoke, Slowbro, Slowking. Galarian Slowpoke evolves into either Galarian Slowbro or Galarian Slowking. So you can see that here. Galarian Slowpoke, Galarian Slowbro, Galarian Slowking. Kind of see the poison psychic, inside, outside. And that's pretty interesting. Game data, NPC appearances, Pokemon channel. A Slowpoke is the very slow weatherman. Pokemon Pinball, a Slowpoke appears on the blue table. Once hit with the pinball, it allows for the evolution of one of the captured Pokemon. Pokemon Ranger, Slowpoke is Burf's partner Pokemon. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness. Slowpoke and Slackoth are members of Team Slacker, the Zero Motivation Exploration Team. Pokedex entries in Gen 1, in red and blue. Incredibly slow and dopey. It takes 5 seconds for it to feel pain when under attack. In yellow, incredibly slow and sluggish, it is quite content to loll about without worrying about the time. Stadium, a dopey Pokemon that remains in 8 days except when fishing with its tail. Awake or asleep, there is little difference. In Gen 2, in gold, it lazes vacantly near water. If something bites its tail, it won't even notice for a whole day. Silver, a sweet sap leaks from its tail's tip. Although not nutritious, the tail is pleasant to chew on. Crystal, it is always so absent-minded that it won't react, even if its flavorful tail is bitten. Stadium 2 is just golds again. Gen 3 in Ruby and Sapphire. Slowpoke uses its tail to catch prey by dipping it in water at the side of a river. However, this Pokemon often forgets what it's doing, and often spends entire days just luffing at water's edge. Emerald, it catches prey by dipping its tail in water at the side of a river, but often forgets what it is doing, and spends entire days just luffing at water's edge. Fire Red, it is always vacantly lost in thought, but no one knows what it is thinking about. It is good at fishing with its tail. Leaf Green is red and blues again. Gen 4, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Although slow, it is skilled at fishing with its tail. It does not feel pain if its tail is bitten. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are their gold and silver counterparts. And the Gen 5 Pokedex entries are Diamond, Pearl, and Platinums. In Gen 6, X is Fire Red's entry. Y's is the gold entries. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are their Ruby and Sapphire counterpart. In Gen 7 in Sun, its long tail often breaks off. It doesn't really feel any pain, though, and the tail grows back, so Slowpoke isn't particularly bothered. Moon, Alolan home cooking involves drying Slowpoke tails and then simmering them into a salty stew. Ultra Sun, there is some places where Slowpoke is worshipped because of a long-standing belief that whenever Slowpoke yawns, it rains. Ultra Moon, although their tails, which fall off naturally, can easily be found lying around, they're a precious ingredient for cooking. In the Let's Go games, that's Yellow's entry. In Gen 8, for non-Galarian Slowpoke. In Sword, slow-witted and oblivious, this Pokemon won't feel any pain if its tail gets eaten. It won't notice when its tail grows back either. Shield, when this Pokemon's tail is soaked in water, sweetness seeps from it. Slowpoke uses this trait to lure in and fish up other Pokemon. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are their Diamond and Pearl counterparts. For Galarian Slowpoke, in Sword, although this Pokemon is normally zoned out, its expression abruptly sharpens on occasion. The cause for this seems to lie in Slowpoke's diet. Shield, because Galarian Slowpoke eat the seeds of a plant that grows only in Galar, their tails have developed a spicy flavor. So in Gen 9, Scarlet's is very similar to Red, Blue, and Leaf Greens, but slightly different, so we'll read it. It is incredibly slow and dopey. It takes 5 seconds for it to feel pain when under attack. Violet is Fire Red and X's entry. For Galarian Slowpoke, Scarlet, it gives off a stimulating scent because of chemicals that have seeped into its body from the spice that it eats as its staple food. Violet, it uses its tail to fish, but the scent of the spice emanating from its tail ensures that catches are always lacking. We've got Slowpoke in the Alola Pokedex, Slowpoke in the Paldea Pokedex, with a shoulder in the background, that's clever. And then Galarian Slowpoke in the Blueberry Pokedex. So they're, lying around. Same with this one there. That one actually is a little bit more awake. Is that the thing that it eats? I don't know. I got game locations, side game locations, events, held items for Slowpoke. Pokemon caught in Gen 1 must be traded to a Gen 2 game in order for a held item to appear. So in Red, Blue, and Yellow, you get a berry 100% of the time, and Gold, Silver, and Crystal, you get a King's Rock 2% of the time. Very clever, because it needs that to evolve. When traded, of course. Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, White 2, White 2, X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, Moon, Ultra Moon, Sword, Shield, Brilliant Diamond, and Shining Pearl. You get a Lagging Tail 5% of the time. For Galarian Slowpoke does not have any held items that it can be caught with. This is interesting since most of the time these articles just don't feature that. Base stats, Slowpoke. 90 HP, attack 65, defense 65, special attack 40, special defense 40, speed 15, for a total 315. This Pokemon's special base stat in Gen 1 was 40, so Galarian Slowpoke is the same stats. Pokeathon stats. Type effectiveness. We'll compare Slowpoke and Galarian Slowpoke. Slowpoke is damaged normally by normal, flying, poison, ground, rock, dragon, and fairy. Galarian Slowpoke keeps all of that, but also adds steel, fire, water, grass, electric, and ice. Slowpoke is weak to bug, ghost, grass, electric, and dark, all for double. Galarian Slowpoke is weak to bug, ghost, and dark for double. Neither are immune to anything. Slowpoke is resistant to fighting, steel, fire, water, psychic, and ice for half. And Galarian Slowpoke is just resistant to fighting and psychic for half. In the Slowpoke box, for notes, in Gen 1, the effectiveness of Ghost-type moves is 0, so we went from 0 to double. Learn set by level up. Slowpoke. 1, you get Tackle and Curse, 3 Growl, 6 Water Gun, 9 Yawn, 12 Confusion, 15 Disable, 18 Water Pulse, 21 Headbutt, 24 Zen Headbutt, 27 Amnesia, 30 Surf, 33 Slack Off, 36 Psychic, 39 Psych Up, 42 Rain Dance, and 45 Heal Pulse. For Galarian Slowpoke, at level 1, you get Tackle and Curse, 3 Growl, 6 Acid, 19 Yawn, 12 Confusion, 15 Disable, 18 Water Pulse, 21 Headbutt, 24 Zen Headbutt, 27 Amnesia, 30 Surf, 33 Slack Off, 36 Psychic, 39 Psych Up, 42 Rain Dance, and 45 Heal Pulse. By TM, for Slowpoke, TM1, Takedown, 7 Protect, 11 Water Pulse, 16 Psybeams, 22 Chilling Water, 25 Facade, 28 Bulldoze, 32 Swift, 34 Icy Wind, 35 Mudshot, 41 Stored Power, 46 Avalanche, 47 Endure, 49 Sunny Day, 50 Rain Dance, 52 Snowscape, 54 Psyshock, 55 Dig, 59 Zen Headbutt, 62 Foul Play, 66 Body Slam, 70 Sleep Talk, 75 Light Screen, 77 Waterfall, 81 Grass Knot, 82 Thunder Wave, 85 Rest, 92 Imprison, 98 Skill Swap, 103 Substitute, 109 Trick, 110 Liquidation, 114 Shadow Ball, 120 Psychic, 123 Surf, 125 Flamethrower, 128 Amnesia, 129 Calm Mind, 130 Helping Hand, 135 Ice Beam, 138 Psychic Terrain, 141 Fire Blast, 142 Hydro Pump, 143 Blizzard, 149 Earthquake, 161 Trick Room, 171 Terror Blast, 193 Weather Ball, 203 Psych Up, 208 Whirlpool, 218 Expanding Force, and 224 Curse. For Galarian Slowpoke, 1 Takedown, 7 Protect, 11 Water Pulse, 16 Psybeam, 22 Chilling Water, 25 Facade, 28 Bulldoze, 32 Swift, 34 Icy Wind, 35 Mudshot, 41 Stored Power, 46 Avalanche, 47 Endure, 49 Sunny Day, 50 Rain Dance, 52 Snowscape, 54 Psyshock, 55 Dig, 59 Zen Headbutt, 62 Foul Play, 66 Body Slam, 70 Sleep Talk, 75 Light Screen, 77 Waterfall, 81 Grass Knot, 82 Thunder Wave, 85 Rest, 92 Imprison, 98 Skill Swap, 103 Substitute, 109 Trick, 110 Liquidation, 114 Shadow Ball, 120 Psychic, 123 Surf, 125 Flamethrower, 128 Amnesia, 129 Calm Mind, 130 Helping Hand, 135 Ice Beam, 138 Psychic Train, 141 Fire Blast, 142 Hydro Pump, 143 Blizzard, 149 Earthquake, 161 Trick Room, 171 Terra Blast, 193 Weather Ball, 203 Psych Up, 208 Whirlpool, 218 Expanding Force, and 224 Curse. By breeding for Slowpoke, this group gives you Belch, this group gives you Belly Drum, this group gives you Block, and this group gives you Stomp. For Galarian Slowpoke, it's exactly the same moves. TCG only moves, you get Bite in these cards and Pound in this card. Side game data for Slowpoke, Pokemon Ranger, in the browser entry. Slowpoke is incredibly lazy. It dozes vacantly, only yawning occasionally. Okay. Pokepark Wii, Pikachu's Adventure in the Pokepad entry. You met Slowpoke at the entrance to the beach zone. He's a dedicated player of Gyarados' Aqua Dash. In Pokepark 2 Wonders Beyond, he had no idea how fast or slow he was, but when everyone was surprised by his speed, he started to realize his speed is incredible. He is an honest and good kid. Aww. Got all this. Yep. Costumes in Pokemon Go, you get 20/20 glasses. That's kind of funny. He's not even wearing them, they're just on his head. And you get a hat. This is also kind of funny. Galarian Slowpoke. Okay. Evolution data, Slowpoke. Slowpoke evolves into Slowbro starting at level 37, or Slowking when traded while holding a King's Rock. Slowpoke cannot evolve into Slowking and Fire Red and Leaf Green before the player obtains the National Pokedex, as its evolution will be interrupted. Slowpoke also cannot evolve into Slowking and Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, as Slowking is not present in those games. So you see here, Slowpoke, level 37, Slowbro, trade, King's Rock, get Slowking, yeah. For Galarian Slowpoke, so you get Galarian Slowpoke, the Galarica Cuff, you get that, Galarica Reef, you get that. Okay, sprites, okay. Yeah, for the... What? Okay, we'll talk about that in just a second. So, yeah, sprites, red and green, yeah, you got all these. So they're basically all the same. This one's eyes, I guess, are bigger. You know, removes the outline, although I guess the outline comes back. Everything, yeah, it's just maybe a little bit bigger. The tail has a weird tip, sort of almost a whitish tip, which it kind of still has. It's very faint now, like... It's basically just that. For most of it, I mean, it's really just kind of the lighting, probably, for the most part. So that one doesn't really work for that one. Yeah. It could basically work for this one. Although, I mean, it could maybe. I mean, the tail is the biggest problem for this one, because it's a bit chunkier now. Okay. So now, for Gen 2, apparently we have different, things. So, oh yeah, the belly. Right, the belly. So... You can see the belly has lines here. That's the big difference. I don't really know the difference between these, but I guess maybe they just wanted to put them together. But yeah. Which I don't remember if it keeps that or not. I guess we'll have to see moving forward. I don't think it does, though, because I don't think it was mentioned in the main article, so... But anyway, so you got all this. It's the oh, this has the right color. It goes to like a darker pink for some reason, but then it returns back to the kind of reddish pink, I guess. And the shiny is purple. You get to see all that. It's kind of nice. So then it's a different pink, but yeah. And the white tip is just a white tip. Like, yeah, and the mouth is now sort of that yellow. You got that. The feet are now all. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Then it's kind of the more closer to the right pink, I'd say. Shiny is a lighter pink, which may actually be more closer to the actual pink, but yeah. It's interesting that it kept the tail for so long. I think it loses it. Yeah, now it becomes kind of like a faded thing. And yeah, this is sort of, I guess it's almost that. It's sort of a between of these two, I'd say. This, of course, is much more faint pink now. Yep. This, yeah, you can see how it just sort of becomes a gradient now in these games. Yep. Yep. And then, okay, it's all yellow. That's funny. Or maybe that's supposed to be tan there? I can't tell if that's supposed to be a shadow or that actually is part of the design. Guess I'll have to see going forward here. Okay. No, its belly is all pink, looks like. Yeah. Okay, oh no, that is actually part of the design. Then it's yellow with sort of, I don't know, with gold, I guess. Things, okay. In the anime, Slowpoke in the anime, Galarian Slowpoke in the anime, a Slowpoke egg in the anime. There's Pokedex entries in episode 66 in Ash's Pokedex. Slowpoke, the dopey Pokemon. No one can tell what a Slowpoke is thinking, if it ever does think. Its specialty is fishing with its tail. In episode 244, in the same Pokedex, Slowpoke, the dopey Pokemon. Slowpoke is always lost in thought, though no one knows what it's pondering. In What I Assume Is Journeys, episode 26, in Go's Rotom Phone, Slowpoke, the dopey Pokemon, a water and psychic type. Slowpoke's tail often falls off, but it doesn't hurt, and a new one grows quickly, so the Slowpoke doesn't seem to mind. It takes a little time for them to feel pain. In 97 of the same series, in the same Pokedex, Slowpoke, Galarian form, the dopey Pokemon, a psychic type. This form of Slowpoke lives in the Galar region. Their facial expressions are normally spacey, but sometimes they appear focused, because they eat Galarica seeds from the Galar region. Their tails have a spicy flavor. Twilight Wings, Galarian Slowpoke in Twilight Wings. Yep. Slowpoke in Paldean Winds. So you get to see a Wiglet, Gyarados, Wingull, and Anfinizen, or Palafin. It's kind of hard to tell. In the manga, Slowpoke in the Electric Tales of Pikachu. It's a very big Slowpoke. Slowpoke in Pokemon Adventures. Galarian Slowpoke in Pokemon Adventures. Got all this. Yep, in the TCG. Other appearances, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Slowpoke appears as a Pokefloat. It initially has its tail curled towards its body, but the tail lazily becomes straight, and fighting moves there until Wooper appears. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Slowpoke appears as a Master Spirit, unlike the other Master Spirits who own dojos. His dojo specifically allows spirits to forget styles that they have learned from other dojos. Celestial Slowpoke appeared in the music video for Celestial. You can see that here, Slowpoke in the music video for Celestial. Trivia: in the Pokemon Red and Blue Beta, Slowpoke was originally known as Slowmo. The Japanese and international versions of Pokemon Silver have different sprites for Slowpoke, with the Japanese versions having a fatter and striped belly similar to that which Slowbro and Slowking sport. It is unknown why this was changed, however, its stripe underside is still partially visible in all of its gold and crystal sprites. The striped belly does not appear to be a true error, as it has been seen in artwork by Ken Sugimori, though it is from Gen 1. So you can see that here. Ken Sugimori artwork showing Slowpoke's striped underside. Like Mantike, Slowpoke evolves when another Pokemon is attached to it. However, this was only seen in the anime. Proximity-based evolutions, such as requiring Mantike and Remoraid to be in the same party, were not introduced until Gen 4. Slowpoke is the only Pokemon whose multiple evolutions have different total EV yields. Slowbro has an EV yield of 2, while Slowking has an EV yield of 3. Despite numerous Pokedex entries stating its lack of response to a biting on its tail in Pokemon Snap, it is shown to quickly react to a Shelder bite. This may be due to Shelder's venom stimulating a quicker response, or something in error or game mechanic to speed the process along. The Pokemon Company posted a Slowpoke-themed reggae music video onto their Japanese channel, titled What's Going On, Yadon?
The song was later dubbed and posted to the English language channel under the title of Slowpoke Song.
Although the species has appeared repeatedly, no Slowpoke has ever been seen using an attack in the anime. That's amazing. Slowpoke has the lowest base speed stat of all Psychic-type Pokemon. Slowpoke has the fewest move differences between regional forms, having almost identical learn sets with only 2 differences. The Galarian form learns Acid instead of Water Gun at level 6, and can learn TR-81 Foul Play. However, in Gen 9, both forms are able to learn 062 Foul Play, resulting in there only being 1 difference between their learn sets. Slowpoke is the only Pokemon with a regional form with a branched evolution. It is also the only Pokemon to not only not gain a new type in its regional form, but also lose one type without changing the other. When Galarian Slowpoke was first released, it could use Eviolite despite being unable to evolve at the time, possibly because its evolutions were still programmed in or planned. Galarian Slowpoke is the only Pokemon with a branched evolution where both evolved forms share identical type combinations with each other, but not their pre-evolved form. Unlike most regional forms, Galarian Slowpoke has a different cry from its regular form. However, this difference does not exist in Pokemon Go or Pokemon Home. Slowpoke is Galarian form, and their evolved forms are the only Psychic-type Pokemon in the Monster Egg group. Galarian Slowpoke is the first regional form Pokemon to be added in an update. Galarian Slowpoke is the first Galarian form that can be caught outside of Galar. Origin: its appearance may be based on hippopotamuses and giant salamanders due to its marine nature, and association with shellfish. Slowpoke may be based on a sea otter. Its ability to grow a new tail, if cut off, may be inspired by the biological process of anatomy and regeneration seen in some species of lizards and salamanders. Nothing about the sloth, huh? Okay. Name origin: Slowpoke is literally slowpoke, a term for someone who is slow. Yadon may be a combination of Yadokari, hermit crab, Yadanushi, parasitic host, and Don, dull. It may also be a shortening of Yadoran, Slowbro's Japanese name. Okay, other languages. See also, again, didn't talk about Unite. References and external links to the Galarian forms. So let's move on. Now let's watch Slowpoke's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 17, Island of the Giant Pokemon. In this episode, the main characters have become shipwrecked on this island here. This is Pikachu, the sort of main Pikachu of the series. He has been separated from Ash Ketchum, the main character, and he is with Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. He has just spotted a Slowpoke. Yes.
Pete?
He was saying he didn't know if they were lost or not. Okay. It's
Pikachu?
Charmander.
Charmander! Charmander!
Yeah, yep. And Slowpoke is being Slowpoke.
Charmander!
Can you hear us? So that's Slowpoke's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's watch Slowpoke's scene in Detective Pikachu. Welcome to the Detective Pikachu portion of the video, as I'd like to call it, Detective Slowpoke, as it's only the frames with Slowpoke. Their hair and the silhouettes in the hieroglyphs here. In the scene, Tim Goodman, the main character, is watching a video explaining Rhyme City and how Pokemon and humans coexisted for the common good, or whatever.
For the common good.
Yeah. That's it. Hope you enjoyed. Let's move on. Now let's see why other people love Slowpoke. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who don't know how this works, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Slowpoke. This is Slowpoke by Dav19. So, this sort of cute anime girl version of Slowpoke. That's pretty cool. Kind of human. You got the girls and the tail there, yeah. Okay, then we've got Slowpoke and Mudkip by Genzo Man. So this Slowpoke, it's got a shiny Mudkip standing on it. There's a Spheal in the background. There's Wingull in the background. Not entirely sure what's going on with the background here, making me maybe think that this might be AI art. Not entirely sure. Maybe it's just the background that's AI, I don't know, but that's some suspiciousness. Although, I think it's from 2019. I don't think AI was this good in 2019, so I don't know. Then we've got Slowpoke Underwater by Joshua Dunlop. So this more realistic Slowpoke, I guess. Not really sure I can say that it would have been in Detective Pikachu, since we kind of got a version of Slowbro in Detective Pikachu in like a art, so I don't know if that would have been more what it looked like. I mean, I don't know. It's nice though. You get to see one down here as well. Yep, we've got Slowpoke Falls by MCG Mark. So, it's a bunch of Slowpoke, Slowbro, and a Slowking. Oh, that's kind of nice. They're all hanging out here, and that's pretty cool. And then we've got The Slowpoke Family by Zero Chan. 923,600. So we've got the Slowpoke down here, and then Slowbro's riding it, and then the Slowking is dragging them along, because it's the intelligent one out of the three. Yeah. I love how... Oh, the shell there, that's pretty cool. They've got personalities as well. I like that. Then we've got 079 through 199 Slowking line by In Progress Pokemon. For those of you who don't know how In Progress Pokemon works, what they do is they make it seem like it's aging up, or maybe in this case, changing, instead of metamorphizing like they do in the games. So here we've got a Slowpoke and a Shelder. So it puts the Shelder on its head. It starts to get that crystal there, and then this starts to form. The tail comes back down there, and then the belly starts to form. And the other finger starts to appear, and then we've got Slowking. Then we've got Day 476, Kanto 079 through 0080 by Cryptid Creations. So this stylized Slowpoke and Slowbro here. You can see the Shelder biting down, and it's annoyed, but it's yeah, it's kind of cool. This, I don't know if that's also supposed to be a Shelder. It's just, you know, it's just a seashell on its head. Yeah, I like it. This is Slowpoke by Foxeef. So, it's this Slowpoke on a computer, I guess. I don't really know what it's doing, but it's interesting. Looks like it's been caught doing something. It's very interesting. I've got Slowpoke, Slowbro, Slowking with their Galar form by Black Nero. So we've got Slowpoke, Galarian Slowpoke, Slowbro, Galarian Slowbro, Slowking, and Galarian Slowking. So you get to see all this. It's very, very good. They're talking to each other, I guess. Yeah. You get to see all the Shelders. How they're looking at each other and stuff. It's very interesting. Then we got Slowpoke by Danny, my brother. So it's this very simple Slowpoke here. Looks like it could maybe be like a logo or something. I've got Slowpoke by Davani Ox. Or I guess maybe Chi-Near-Tist. I don't know if that's the same person or not. But yeah, it's this cute, semi-stylized Slowpoke here. Yeah, everything is very cute. I don't know what the background is. I don't know. I don't know what the context of this is, so I couldn't possibly tell you what the background is. Yeah. And we've got Slowpoke by Gone Nanners. So it's this very simple Slowpoke here. Very, it's got the white tail. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That's, very nice. Then we got Slowpoke Fishing by Joshua Dunlop. So just another thing with this Slowpoke. Now it's just fishing, very simple. Then we've got Slowpoke is Late to the Game by Funky Frog. So we got a Galarian Slowpoke here. So it seems to be resting on the rocks here, I don't really know what the title means, but I'm sure there's some context in other images, maybe. And then we got Slowpoke by Shiny Noibat. Or Shorty Antics 27. I don't know if this is the same person or not. But, yes, so they're just hanging out on the side of the sea here, on a rock, and sleeping, probably. It's very cute. Then we got Slowpoke and Bro by Archie Radkey. So, this is more hippopotamus-like, with the Shelder there. Slowpoke, Slowbro. Yes. So, yeah. It's very interesting. Then we've got a Slowpoke in the Slowpoke Well by Advanced Shipper 2021. This seems to just be a frame from the anime. Yep. Okay. Then we got 079 through 080 Slowbro line by In Progress Pokemon. So I already mentioned how this works. So I'm not going to do that again. We'll just look at this. So Slowpoke and the Shelder. Then the Shelder bites down on the tail and starts to get a little bit taller. Start to be on the hind legs. The belly starts to form. These start to become more fingers. Yeah. Then we've got Slowbro. Then we got Slowpoke by Ben Segas or BenDrawsLife.tumblr.com. And this kind of a little bit creepy looking Slowpoke here. Yeah, like an old man. Almost like a creepy old man. Yeah. Then we got Slowpoke by Art Crimes Club. So this nice, looks like it's stitched on or something. Some sort of or maybe painted on some kind of fabric. It's very interesting. And we've got Slowpoke, Slowbro, Slowking by Nortiker. You got Slowpoke, Slowbro, Slowking. Just very nice, very stylized. Yep. And I got Slowpoke or Bramoloss by Madstalker. So we've got this Slowpoke here and a Dunsparce in the background. I don't know, that might be part of just the user's thing. I don't know. But yeah, we got Slowpoke, Slowbro by Mr. Red Butcher. So this very kind of ugly one, to be honest. They seem to be on a bus for some reason. This one's looking at a phone and has a backpack. It's got shoulder. Yeah, I don't know. I got this is not a Slowpoke, so we'll move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight as I need to wait until I've talked about Snorlax to catch a Slowpoke. As for Galarian Slowpoke, I'll have to wait until I talk about the Gen 8 Pokemon to get back to that one. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Slowbro. As always, this is my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow.